Yo, Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Keep it coming. We have Nitedog in his Centurion 5-1. His third battle in it. Just picked it up off the advent calendar last week or so. I did the same. Been looking forward to getting this tank. It is a good premium medium tank. Has a lot of the things that you want in this game. A good turret, good depression, decent mobility, actually okay turret armor for a tier 8 medium tank. It really has pretty much the whole package without being a Russian tank. It doesn't have any of the bounce off the side stuff that the Russian hover mediums have, but it's still pretty good. He is in a platoon with Todd 914, I believe another subscriber actually, and they are both headed up here on Karelia, spawned into the southwest and headed up to the northwest, kind of alone and unafraid, although there is a 110 E3 with them, and they have a good stack down there contesting the middle area. A couple guys die up on the hill, which is kind of standard these days. It's really difficult to get up on that hill anymore because it's swept by fire from all kinds of different directions. Now here we got the prototype. He just sneaks one in. The other thing about this tank, which is good for this game's meta, is great accuracy. Look at that. Nope, that missed. This is a first look. I haven't seen it. I know what the result is. Well, let's see. We got the 110E3 still sneaking up there to help these guys out. There are two artillery, so do have to be careful hanging out right here. Oh man, that's a bummer. I must have gone slightly left and actually hit the angled armor. I might have been more aggressive right there, Nitedog. There's no sense sitting there anymore, and Todd's up in there. Well, I suppose you're keeping the prototype honest. Looks like he wants to come out there on Todd. We got a 54 lightweight sneaking in behind him. Yeah, now's the time. Get in there. Help them take this guy down. Oh no, go get that prototype, man. Never mind. Never mind. Munched by the 110E3. There's an M449 down in the middle. Looks like we're going to use some hold down capability. This is a version of hold down. You're on the higher ground. You only go forward enough to keep the turret up and over the terrain. And hopefully you can get shots on the bad guys. So there he is. He's over there. Your artillery died. Goodness gracious. How did that happen? A little rushed, I think, on that shot. That was very strange. Their 5-1 killed your artillery. Huh. He must have gone up the middle. Is he dead now? Looks like he's dead now. I missed that, fellas. That's too bad. No, he's not. He's still alive. He's got 3 kills. Oh, I see. The artillery was along the south line there looking to get shots down on the push, and the Centurion got his decent vision around the corner and saw him, or somebody else saw him. And down he goes. You can see the 55-58 doesn't want any of that, and he's running over here to where Mad Dog is. This is not looking great. Mad Dog's at 451 damage. Todd's pushing one. They're both doing a good job sustaining their hit points. And the 110E3 just says, you know what, the only way we're going to win this is going to cap. Now, I'd have preferred if he turned around because he's a 110E3 and can munch these guys pushing cap. But let's see what happens here. On occasion, just the mindless push ends up working. Mad Dog dives down into this ravine. This is a good approach. You can do this on the other side as well. There's a ravine over there that you can push up into. And when I say over there, it's the matching side right here on the west side. And the 110 is angry. And Mad Dog has gone AFK or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. Must have needed to get a drink. And it looks like Mad Dog's team is losing wholesale 4-8. There's only a 103 UDS and a T54 lightweight. Kind of one of those examples where if that red team had just nommed right around that corner and swept up that 103. Actually, there's 2 in there, isn't there? There's somebody else with them. Never mind. There's another heavy in there, it looks like. Down goes the 705. That's good. That's looking good. The 103 has got the Grillet's attention, and he backs into the corner. There's a WT up there as well, but there's 3 of them. Mad Dog only sitting at 451 damage. And there's the artillery. There's 2 of them still alive. Probably repositioned if they're any kind of smart. One of them is a very large ungainly. Is that the GW version? Yes, the GW is somewhere. Not very fast, but if he started leaving last week, then he'd be fine. Where's that guy? Zoom out a little bit, man. That's one of the problems with zooming in so much. Get in there. Kill him. Oh my goodness, he's having a bad day. He can't even get his gun online. He did get his gun online, and unfortunately he took a chunk out of the 110E3 before he died. Looks like the enemy has come back to cap. Oh, well, get up there. I'd have pushed forward and made sure I got that shot right there. I might have eaten a couple. Guess it doesn't really matter because you've got him stuffed. The 110E3 is on cap, but he's easily resettable. Shot down on the AX. Not really sure why he's... There you go. There's the artillery. I guess it's better to have his gun firing than hiding on the cap. I'll accept that. Now there's 2 on. The 110E3 backs up. I think that's a good idea. There's another shot into that feller. Oh, there goes the 110E3. He's down. And this is British Super Turret v British Super Turret, but the Caernarfon is working it poorly because he was exposing his turret. And there's the artillery. That's going to be the big problem. Looks like they're pretty much all coming back. The scout's raging around, so he's going to go get a little SA for Mad Dog's team. Mad Dog is not on the cap, so it's not a bad idea to have them kind of paying attention to you while... What the heck just happened? Did he just get artied again? I think he just got artied. Yes, he did. All of his cap points are gone. All your cap points are ours. Just trying to make sure he can keep these guys honest and getting up there and hitting the guy capping. I don't know. I don't know. This is a first look. I might jump on the cap just to kind of hurry that up. The T-54, though, is a little out of position. Everyone's crying for help. Help me. Alright, here comes the AX looking for a reset. Does not get it. Down he goes. Artillery thumps the WT. The WT knows his only chance. There's... Oh, the artillery shoots at Mad Dog. Good. Good. Another shot. And oh, what happened? Miss or bounce or something weird right there. 1800 damage. Alright, WT. You're dealing with the British turret. He just wants to get high enough to light up the guy. Track him. I might have gone for a track, but he backs up. Oh! Todd's crazy. He gets up there. He's got 23 seconds. But now it looks like they're just going to attempt to win this game. Straight up. You have to be careful. There's a T-10 back there. Might be getting on cap. Yeah, I got it reset again. That's what happens when you show yourself and there's 2 artillery in the game. Another shot into the IS-3A. The doom of Valyria. Guy would have done a lot better just pushing up with his buddies. Not really sure if he was there the whole time or if he was lagging the fight. Anyway, there's an artillery into him. That was a big help. That 55-58 repositioning and not dying back there was a huge help. These guys are probably wondering, how on earth did we lose this game? We had this game. 3 guys got onto cap and just caused all kinds of problems. There's 2 hammer blows from artillery, but those are hammer blows that are not going to go into the cap. Although it looks like we've pushed off the cap, and like I said, we are going for the win. We're not interested now in capping. We're just going to kill these guys. Another shot in the IS-3A. So he got up to the cap with about 400 damage and just pretty expertly used the hold down capability of the Centurion 5-1. Look at that artillery still shooting at him. A little bit lucky that the artillery didn't get a couple more direct hits on him, but spent a lot of time getting hit by it. Lightweight's got a bead on the GW. The only problem is that Lorraine is actually a pretty fast artillery, so he's probably bugged out. Good news is they've got 2 relatively maneuverable mediums, a pretty quick TD in the U's, and a good scout in the 54 lightweight. And the Lorraine gets pinned up on the hill because Todd is smart and goes around the middle part, comes up there, and now they've got them both dead to rights. If that 55-51 had run much earlier, he may have survived a little longer. Although, again, the artillery that Nitedog has, the 155-58, is also fairly maneuverable. So would not have a hard time searching around and finding the artillery either. So, holy cow, look at that. 3,156, 3 kills, a huge contribution by a couple tier 8 mediums on a 357 bottom tier. So just think about that for a minute. Not all games are going to go like that. And a lot of times you run into a couple tier 10 mediums and you're dead in 45 seconds. I say a lot of times, sometimes. But sometimes you do this, and this doesn't really happen by accident. He played this very well. He was analyzing what happened in the game, got up onto the cap. Now, me personally, I probably would have swung back to my own cap, but more than likely, in this case, that wouldn't have worked very well. Based on the enemy having this whole donut area and this corner down here, swinging back would have just been a delaying tactic with all the artillery. What they did is they opened up a separate front over here and forced the enemy team back. Now, a lot of people, I'm going to go off on this just a little bit. A lot of people will say, well, at the very beginning of the game, that's their intention. I'm going to go open a second front. I'm flanking. I want to get pressure on the cap. That's situational. It worked in this case based on the map, based on how this game was flowing, and the fact that a 110E3 was one of the tanks that pushed up here and helped them clear off the cap. That's pretty unusual. 110E3s don't usually do things like that. So, but you take the situation at hand and then you leverage that, which is what these two players did in this case. So nice job, man. Thanks for sending that one in. That was fun to watch. We will see you.